today, and I usually see this individual all the time, but today was different. And she just kept telling the staff that she's just so tired and she don't want to die in this shelter. And I was just listening, but I didn't say anything. And her eyes got really, really watery. And when the staff left, I just said to her, just take one day at a time. And just with those words, she began to break down even more. And I just felt like God was saying, share your story with her, share your story. And I did. And I said, you see me every week, but do you know that I was diagnosed with 2 brain tumors? And her eyes opened so big. She broke down even more. She says, but you're such a beautiful young lady. I said, but just looking at me, you can't tell that I was diagnosed. And she began to open up with her stories about the aneurysms that she's been having, which is blood clots to her brain. And she was supposed to have a surgery and she didn't have the surgery, and she was just breaking down. I said to her, in moments where you feel like giving up, and there's going to be times where you can't even take one day at a time, take 1 minute at a time. I said, I'm not telling you what someone told me. I'm telling you what I had to do for myself. I said, also, you have to encourage yourself. I said, God's not going to give you more than you can bear. And you know, in the society that we're living in, you have to be so careful when you mention God, you know, because someone can sue you just to mention God or stuff like that. So I was really careful. I said, do you pray? She says, girl, I pray all the time. If I didn't pray, I don't know what would happen to me. And I just put both of my arms on her shoulder. And I said, listen, the same God that has helped me is the same God that's going to help you. She said, I don't want to die in this shelter. And I said, and you won't. I said, just lean on God. He will give you the strength. I said, in times where you just feel like giving up, I said, you have to fight with everything you have. Fight with everything that's within you. You have to fight. And she's like, I just want to smile again. And I said, you're going to smile. You are going to smile. I said, the key is God is doing his part, but you got to do your part. And she said, you are so right. You are so right. You know, many times we don't, like, I don't be up and down sharing my story. I allow God to tell me when I should. And I was at work, you know, so I just really felt led. And she says, this had to be God. This had to be God that told you to share your story, because here I am with these brain aneurysms. And in that moment, I had to hold it together because I felt her pain. I watched her tears, and I remember times where I would just be in my room and I cry and I cry and I cry. And I just had to let her know, you know, you're not alone. God sees your tears. But my main thing to her was, do not give up. Do not give up. You may know someone who is going through so much. They're getting so much bad news, one thing after the next. You know, you may not understand or know exactly what they're going through, but sometimes just giving your shoulder for them to cry on, just praying with them, just telling them, just take one day at a time. Don't stress. You know, she's much older than I am. She's old enough to be my mom. But in that moment, she just needed a listening ear. She just needed some words of encouragement. And sometimes when you're going through, you don't get that. And that's why it was important for me to tell her, you have to encourage yourself as well. So I just wanted to share that today, just to encourage someone. Whatever you're going through, you may feel as if all hope is gone. You may feel like this is it, like there's nothing else left for you. In those moments when you feel like just giving up, those are the moments where you have to fight, because you're not alone. Even when you feel as if you're alone, you are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. And the enemy he just have ways of wanting to make you feel as if you are. But I'm here to tell you that you are not alone. Be encouraged. take one day at a time. And even when you're not even at that point yet, you take 1 minute at a time. And you'll be able to smile again. Yes, you will. Take care. Until next time.